Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only P-Dog Knight.
Well, dang. I thought I had a freeze up already. So prepare yourself. Believe me, just prepare yourself. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I am your host, Marty, also known as P-Dog Knight on the internet. And welcome back to the P-Dog Knight channel. If you didn't hear, I said Marty. Well, y'all know my name. Anyway, welcome to the show. I had a lovely weekend, just in case you're wondering. It was busy too. Holy crap. We did a lot of stuff in the 2 days that I don't do this. And so I'll talk about that a little more later. Plus we got, we're going to catch up from the weekend. There's some stuff going on. Obviously, there's stuff going on every weekend. And so we get caught up on the news from the weekend and maybe talk about a few other things if we have time, but usually we don't because I'm always late and I don't have time to talk longer than I'm supposed to. But you know what? We're going to do our best today to get through what I have open so far. So, shall we? Oh, that's the wrong thumbnail. What the hell is that? That's not even the right thumbnail. Here, let me fix the thumbnail. It is not a Friday free-for-all, damn it. It is not Friday. Believe me, it's not Friday. I would know it was Friday. There we go. We're going to fix that. Boom! Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas! Viva! Viva Las Vegas! By the way, I did sing this weekend at the Bloomington, Minnesota Farmers Market. We had it was the opening season, summer season, first time farmers market in the city of Bloomington of Minnesota, which is Bloomington is the third largest city or fourth. It's a suburb of Minneapolis, but it's really big, and they have a really nice farmers market. And the Bloomington Arts Council had all of its different performing arts groups perform at the farmers market. There's this big art center that indoors, and then you go outside. The farmers market's outside, and people walk through there, and they stopped to listen to us sing. So we were the first act, the Bloomington Chorale, and I had to sub in as one of the solos because a couple of our solos couldn't be there. So I got to sing a little extra. And it was fun. Nice people. Then after the farmers market, we went out to where did we go? We went out to breakfast at this cool little breakfast spot that just opened there. And then Lady Boomer and I went down to Hastings, Minnesota, which is a river town about 40 miles to the east of where we live. It's right on the Mississippi River. Excuse me, not Mississippi River. And we didn't know that Hastings, Minnesota, it's a small town, but they were having their Pride Festival on the River Walk, and we're like, oh, we thought it was supposed to be a dog walking thing that day. Well, it was. The morning was dog walk, and then they had their little Pride Festival, which, it's a little town, so there's not a whole lot of people going to the Pride Festival in Hastings, Minnesota, but there are a few there, and then we went and had some lunch on the street and checked out some of the old historic buildings, and that was a good day. And then yesterday, we went to a chalk festival. It was it's in Maple Grove, Minnesota, which is about 45 minutes north of us. Maple Grove, Minnesota, on Main Street. They had 50 artists, and they were, they're doing chalk drawings on the street, right? They closed off Main Street and had all these different places where doing chalk drawings. But they're the kind of chalk drawings where, if you ever see when people do those 3D chalk drawings where if you look at it from one side, it looks like this really long thing. But if you look at it like from this one spot, it looks like the thing is standing up. And so I'll have some video and pictures of that on my, I'll put it on both Marty's Big Journey and I'll put it on my locals feed. So if you want to see that, you're either going to have to follow me at Marty's Big Journey or you're going to have to follow me on locals. And you'll be able to see those. And I'll put links to those when I get them up. But those were really cool. In fact, I'm going to go back today and take pictures of the finished artwork, because there were like 25,000 people there. It was packed. There were so many people walking through that thing, seeing this stuff. I had no idea they had this. They have it every year, and I had no idea. It was really freaking cool though. And then on our way home, we went early in the morning. We came home. We went to the I don't know, it's the Minnesota German Heritage Society. They called it German Fest, and they had a German Fest just right near the St. Paul Cathedral. They have a little building or whatever, and we went there and had some brats and German potato salad and some Zuckertorte, which is actually Austrian. That's an Austrian dessert. I just had some German food and watched some, German traditional dances and stuff. So that was cool. It was a busy weekend, man. It was a busy weekend. It was a lot of fun too. So anyway, shall we get into the show? Let's say hi to everybody and get this rig rolling, because, you didn't come here to talk about my weekend. I hope you all had a good weekend though. If you have weekends, if your weekend is a different part of the week, some people work like on the weekends and have other days off. I hope you did something cool soon. So, anyway, let's say hi to everybody. First, the chat over on Rumble is Mr. Avocados Diablo, gets the bell. Also, good morning, Mike Savage Blarg. And that's everyone who has deigned to show their face on Rumble. There are 2 others that have not, but that's okay. If you are here, welcome on Rumble. On YouTube, first in chat is also Mr. Avocados Diablo, because he's Mr. Johnny on the spot. Also, good morning, Cannibalistic Wizard, Kara Soldier, Mike Savage Blarg, Jonathan Peterson, here live on the rare times that he's able. Good morning, JB, what's up? Green Badger Outdoors is here. Don Julio, Gulf City Biker, and Trash Man. My favorite Canadian Jaeger ponies here. Ravon Harris in the house. Let's see, Ravon Harris. Attack Alpaca. Sure You Gospel. Nomad. Stop. Hammer time. Also, Anon 123 is here. Hello. And it's Somnambul Nation. All right, good to see you here. And those of you who don't know why if some of you may remember this already, but the reason Nomad always gets one of these stop hammer time is because he used to use a screen name that was a little bit different. It was a little bit different, right? And that little ditty encapsulates what his screen name was, because it was MC. Stop. Hammer time. Cute, huh? I remember. Maybe some of you remember now too. Anyway, also good morning. I just saw Unacceptable Views show up. So another Canadian friend. We love the Canadian peoples. But we don't love your government. But we don't love our government either. So, it just is what it is. I got the today I have the this is one of the cave cups. This is from Niagara Cave in Harmony, Minnesota. The guy who found a hole in the ground because he lost a couple pigs, and the hole in the ground happened to be a big old underground cave that was about a mile long underground. And so they had some people come out and explore it, and there's an underground waterfall and a little river underground. It's a really cool cave. We went and visited there a couple of years ago, maybe. I think I talked about it last week, but it's very cool. Then there's another cave system about 3 miles north of there. That's it's a 6-mile cave underground, big old lake in it, and all kinds of stuff. So it's really wild, just the way yes, a below the ground cave as opposed to an in the ground cave. So some caves are below the ground. Like there's caves that go into a mountain. Technically it's underground, but I'm talking about below ground level cave, like down, as opposed to a cave that you just walk straight into from the ground level. Okay? That's what I mean by a below ground cave. So there you go. Smart ass. All right. Damn. P-Dog went to Plato's cave. Well, it's not Plato's cave. Anyway. Any of the caves ever been a ground? Yes. Ground level entry. I'm talking about the entry. Okay. If you enter the cave and you have to go down, that means it's below the ground level. if you enter a cave that you just walk into it, because you walk up, oh, here's a cave, let's walk in. Anyway. Also, good morning, GunFox61, the administrator of our Discord server. Fantastic human being. Too hot for YouTube. Wait, what? What you talk about, Willis? Any of those caves? Wait. Oh, howdy, y'all. P-Dog Night Discord has been filling up with news. Yeah, it has. It has. In fact, if you're not on the Discord server, you might want to check it out, because GunFox does his thing there. I'm telling you. Okay. All right, let's do this. Let's go into let's get into the show. Now, I didn't open the articles. Well, I'll leave that here today, because there's a lot of stuff just happening in the trending areas. Okay, and some of you are going to be upset with me because I will breach a topic that you may or may not like, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to breach it anyway, and we'll try to get through these quickly, and then the main topic is we're going to go through some of these tweets about this Las Vegas rally, because there's a trend now of, well, first of all, we know that when people estimate crowds at rallies, they tend to exaggerate a bit, and especially when it's Donald Trump. I know he exaggerates a lot, okay? But, whatever. Rumble's not working for you today? It seems to be, is mine working? Seems to be working fine. So it might be just, I don't know what that is if you're on Rumble. Yeah, mine's working fine, which is unusual, because sometimes it doesn't work at all. But let's get into the news, because we got quite a few things from the weekend. Oh, real quick though, I do need to. Oh gosh, my computer's having problems. Could you hear me through all that? I don't know. I hope you could. Real quick, there. Oh, dear Lord. Did I do this? Okay, let me go into notifications real quick. Just want to say thank you to the people who've already tweeted out the show. By the way, share this stream. And regardless, if you think it's worthy of sharing, share the stream. And, I'm just going to go with it. Thank you this morning to, of course, Somnambul Nation, who always tweets out the show, usually before I do. And I appreciate that more than you know. Also, good morning. Thank you, Jimmy Das Hotep. Jimmy, I don't know if you're here, but thank you. I need a new computer. I know I need a new computer. I know that. But I can't afford a new computer. I don't make a lot of money to make it. I don't even need a new computer. I need probably a new processor. I think if I get a new processor, or maybe a new GPU unit, I can stick with this same computer, just change them out. But how long am I going to put it off? Well, I don't. Until I have the funds to do it. It's just, they're not free. Just change with the hamsters. Yeah, I could change the hamsters. That'd be cheaper. I think that would be a lot cheaper, just to change out the hamsters. But I'm growing attached to the little guys. They're just, they eat and then they run on the wheel and they take turns and they're, very orderly. So I don't know. How old is the computer? Well, we first built it when my son was a freshman in college. So, and he graduated. He's coming up on, let's see, he's 20. He graduated in 2019 from college. So that's 5 years plus 4. And it's 9 years old. However, we've changed out the processor once. We got to change out the SSD, which that might be part of the problem, because it's pretty full. But it has an i5 processor. It has a 200 and whatever 25 gig SSD, and I have a 2080 GPU, and I just probably should upgrade those. No, I'm not on Windows XP. Good God, I'm whatever Windows. I upgrade my Windows and everything pretty much every time. It's in the latest whatever window it is. Windows 23 or whatever the latest Windows is. Good morning, AWOL. What's up? Maybe upgrade to lemons. Well, yeah, we could. Or get some new potatoes. They only generate power for so long. Yeah, we could do that too. I don't know. But yeah, nine years is a long time to have, but again, it's just the case is 9 years old because we've changed it. The motherboards still seem to be working fine, so it's hard to do that. i5, aren't they on i6 though? No, I think they're on 11. I was going to get an i9 as soon as the newest 11 came out, because that would be more than enough power to operate everything. I just need to get a bigger hard drive, so that would help, because my hard drive is almost at like 90%. That probably doesn't help. They say, oh yeah, you're supposed to have this capacity on your hard drive for so much, but when you get up to that capacity, it slows your computer down. So you really don't want your hard drive more than probably, I would say, at more than 3/4 full, and mine's near 90%. So I could just add a second SSD too, but we'll see. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So, until I get some money, it ain't happening. So there you go. There's a reason to drop a dime in the tip jar. Jimmy Das Hotep is here. Oh, there we go. Well, our first donor of the day. Thank you, Jimmy Das Hotep. You are the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. Thank you, sir. Jimmy says, I am here. Sorry I've been missing in action. I got hired on as a PE coach at a private school and have been doing a lot to get ready for the job. Finally getting to directly help people with fitness life-wise. That is awesome, Jimmy. That is so cool. Congratulations. Jimmy's, if you follow Jimmy on X or whatever, formerly known as Twitter, you know that Jimmy has been working really hard. He's lost a ton of weight over the last couple of years, 3 years, I think you started ago. And has been just kind of a fitness guy all of a sudden, and is really inspiring a lot of people. And so the idea that have been hired as a PE coach, that is really fucking cool, dude. I'm very proud of you. Met Jimmy when we were at Hotep Nation a couple years ago, and he's a great dude. And I really appreciate you. And that just congratulations, sir. I really do commend you for all the efforts you've done. Wait, did I never do do I still have a leftover one from Gunfox here? Oh, I should have. I never reset these. Hang on a second. I never reset the stream labels either. We're at 0. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Let's fix that, and then we're gonna do this again. I think it'll let me do this. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. We'll find out. Let's see. I'm gonna replay Jimmy's, and they're not letting me. All right. Well, anyway, I appreciate the 556, Jimmy. You are the Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day until someone does more than 556. So there you go. Also, thank you, JB. I see you have a super chat here. It has announced here. Well, there it is. Oh, well, what the hell did I do there? Oh, I clicked it twice. JB, also a $10 Canadian, which is $7.92 American, which is greatly appreciated. Who says the modem at my folks' place was shit. They hadn't gotten a new one in something like 10 years. Got a new one, and that fixed all their computer issues. Oh, you know what? That might be it. I don't know when the last time the modem was changed out. So I might have to get a higher speed modem too. Because although mine will run at like 100 megabits up and 40 down or something like that. Or the other way around, 100 down, 40 up. So I don't even know if that's the problem, but that could fix it too. Thank you for the advice, though. That might be it as far as a lot of the streaming stuff. So we'll see how that goes. All right, should we talk about some news? Maybe, I don't know. All right, let's talk about some news. Also, thank you, Sure You Gospel, Mike Savage. Let's see, and everyone else who did tweet out the show. I appreciate it. Oh, Mike, you didn't. You just liked it, but that's liking it. It's just as good to me. And good morning, Anonymity. T2, I'll be back, is here in the house. Good to see you. All right, trending topics. I didn't do it. Oh, let me find I didn't do one. Oh no! And now my computer's froze. It's not the modem on this part though. This is just shitty processing. I can tell. And I got to work on that. I got to fix that. I think modem and processor will fix most of the problems that I'm having right now. So let me start with, as soon as this X thing comes up here, let's just find out whose birthday it is. Let's find out whose birthday it is. Is anyone, by the way, anyone in that stream having a birthday? Anyone in the chat? I haven't seen any birthdays lately. I'd like to sing happy birthday to you if you tell me when your birthday is. Let's see. Oh, okay. This is a good one. This is a good one. Hang on. Ladies and gentlemen, the celebrity birthday of the day. The celebrity birthday of the day is oh no, that was on the 9th. That was yesterday. Well, I'll count it. We'll count it because it's we didn't get to do it over the weekend. So the celebrity birthday day is Mr. Happy birthday, Michael J. Fox. Mr. Back to the Future himself. And I hope I wish, I didn't put it on the screen. I wish Michael J. Fox the best. You know, he's suffering Parkinson's disease, and so he has a really tough time moving around, though. But the great Michael J. Fox from Family Ties, Back to the Future series, Teen Wolf. A lot of people forget that he was also Teen Wolf, and that may have been his greatest acting role ever, because, you know, it's hard to play a werewolf. And in a comedic way, and Michael J. Fox was able to pull that off. So happy birthday, Mr. Michael J. Fox. All right, okay, we got it. Enough of that. Also, but speaking of movies, apparently, Bad Boys, did the newest version come out? I don't know, but the Bad Boys series, you know, with the Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, you know, Martin Lawrence. Well, apparently, Bad Boys Ride or Die came out over the weekend, and a lot of people went to see it because people have nostalgia for Bad Boys. But one of the cool things that happened is this scene at a movie theater. Packed crowd. Let me try to get the damn computer to work. At a packed crowded theater at the opening of Bad Boys. Maybe you can see this. I don't know if you can tell. Surprised when you walk out of a Bad Boys movie and Will Smith walks out with you after having watched the movie with you, only at Cinemark. I know it's hard to see that. Maybe it'll work better this way. Yeah, here it is. Let's try it this way. Let's try it a different way, because that you want to see it. Why is this not working? This is crap. It's crap. Anyway, so Will Smith walked out of the movie theater behind all the people watching the movie. Okay. Now remember, what has it been, like 25 years since they did the first Bad Boys, something like that? And let me just say that the Bad Boys series didn't get better as they made more of them. And Kay, good morning, my friend Kay, how are you, dear? Says, Nick and I saw Bad Boys 4 on Saturday. Save your coins, people. Not a surprise. I can't imagine that, you know, they could come up with a really good plot line for guys who are, you know, 20, 25 years older than they were when they made the first movie. That's why I'm not necessarily looking forward to it unless it's on, like, you know, Max or Netflix or whatever. I'm more than willing to wait for it to come out unless someone said it was really good. And I still haven't found that person to say it's really good. But it is out. Bad Boys franchise is finally germinated. Absolute MVP in Bad Boys 4, Ride or Die, is definitely Reggie. We all remember his iconic debut scene as a timid, tall teenager in Bad Boys 2. Now a full U.S. Marine with mad fighting skills. Okay, so they made one of the sons a Marine, I guess. And is some interesting footage of Will Smith doing the filming part where they're doing his close up. So you see this little clip here that they keep showing. So anyway, if you're willing to spend some coin and you have nothing better to do, you can check out Bad Boys. What is it called? Bad Boys something. They're not calling it Bad Boys 4. They're calling it, Bad Boys Ride or Die. There you go. Enough of that. Next. Oh, and Will Smith is trending just because of that clip of him walking out amongst the audience, and the audience goes wild, which I'd be tripping if I'm at a movie and I walk out and the star of the movie like walks out right behind me, and I'd be like, whoa, wait, didn't I just, you're the dude. Yeah. You're the dude on the screen over there. That's cool. Anyway, my hometown, the town I grew up in, now not the town I was born in, not the town I was adopted after I lived in it, but the town I grew up in. I lived in Omaha, Nebraska from 4 years old till about 19, because I don't think came back from school. I didn't really go home to live in school, after my freshman year. I went back to Omaha, but after my sophomore year, I did not. So anyway, Omaha, Nebraska is trending. Why? Well, did I freeze again? Am I freezing? No, it's good. Okay, Omaha, Nebraska is trending because the College World Series is about to let off, or set up, whatever, go. And several college baseball tournaments, regionals, ended over the weekend for the privilege to go to Omaha, Nebraska to participate in the College World Series of baseball. Now, you may not think that that's an exciting thing to do. Oh, gee, you just won a trip to Omaha. But if you're familiar with college baseball at all, you would know that the College World Series has been happening in Omaha for, I don't know, longer than I've been alive. I know that when I was a child, we would go to the College World Series every year at Rosenblatt Stadium down by the Omaha Henry Dorley Zoo. And they would have the College National Championship Baseball Tournament in Omaha. And they've been doing it for at least 60 years, for all I know, because the first time I went, I was 4 years old or 5 years old, something like that. No, not 60, because I'm not 64. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's been there for a long time. And there was a point where it was not going to be in Omaha, and they raised a ruckus and said, nope, we want to keep it in Omaha. The NCAA wanted to keep it in Omaha. Omaha is a great place. Thank you, Jason Hu. Good morning, by the way. And also, Hotep Dutch is in the house. What's up? And I got to tell you, it's a fun time, even if you're not a baseball fan. We used to, I went probably every year from about 4 or 5 years old until, I even went back a couple times after I was in college. I really didn't live at home, but I'd drive to Omaha because it's only 2 hours away, just for the College World Series. It's just an entertaining thing. College sports is so much different than professional sports. There's just a passion that people have. And when I was a kid, Arizona State used to always be in the College World Series tournament. And so we were always, we knew that they were going to be there. So we'd always, as kids, we'd all root for Arizona State for some reason, because they won it a couple times too. But so anyway, a bunch of schools punched their ticket for Omaha. Good luck to those colleges in the College World Series of baseball. Moving on, also trending is Uranus. Now, I don't mean the good kind. No, stop it. Again, I am so childish. No, and I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that planet right. The planet Uranus, whatever. And apparently there's a couple reasons it's trending. First of all, a while back, NASA released a really good, this beautiful image of Uranus. And I got to be careful scrolling on this one, of course. Captured by the James Webb Space Telescope. But the reason it's trending is because Elon Musk has mentioned that his dream Uranus. Okay, is that how you're supposed to say it? Elon Musk said, "My dream is to reach Uranus." I mean, Uranus. 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 Whatever. So, oh, wait. Avocados, you still know Mutual of Omaha. Yeah. Okay, wait. I guess I mentioned Omaha. I forgot to mention. Yes, Mutual of Omaha used to sponsor the every Sunday evening, early evening, Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom with Marlon Perkins, the animal show that kind of precluded the Crocodile Hunter and Nature Planet or Nature Channel or whatever, all that shit. It was Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, where Marlon Perkins and the other dude who used to go on Johnny Carson a lot would go out and take video and stuff of nature in the bush and stuff. It was really cool. But anyway, yeah, Elon wants to conquer Uranus. And in fact, I have to go off of this for a second and scroll past this particular image. Almost messed that up. He's saying something. Well, here he is saying it in words and shit. I just got to be careful. I got to be careful. I mean, anyone will take an opportunity to show body parts, and in this case, showing their buttholes, and I don't want to see their buttholes. Here is Elon Musk talking about wanting to.
We definitely want a rocket to reach Uranus. That's it's a stretch goal to reach Uranus, but definitely something we think we should aim for.
No, he didn't say that. I don't want to hear about no stretch goals on Uranus. I just don't. Stop, please. You're killing me. I'm already dead. Stop it. So anyway, oh, and this is a funny because this meme pops up when in this thing. He's definitely cheating on me. He's thinking about. Elon said he wants a rocket to reach Uranus. Oh. Enough about that topic. Thank you very much. Other things trending. Oh, here it is again. Here's and some people weren't sure if he was joking. So Elon Musk announced his ambition to reach Uranus, describing it as a stretch goal. Oh, yeah. Stop it! The announcement led to a variety of humorous and suggestive responses on social media. Shocker. With many users making puns and jokes. Shocker. Not this shocker. God. The discussion also touched on the technical aspects of reaching Uranus, with some users speculating about the feasibility of such a mission. Okay, enough of that shit. Good God. I don't want to talk about Uranus anymore. Hamas is trending. Apparently over the weekend, Israel recovered some hostages, and some people don't like how they did it. And so a lot of people are talking about Gaza and Hamas and whatever. So, and I'm going to highlight this point here because this is, my take on this. Don't start a war with someone who's very militarily superior to you. And Hamas started a war. Now, I'm not happy about how civilians are being taken in this war, dying in this war. But I also need to say that you can blame that. Well, you can probably blame it squarely on Hamas. And so someone posted this. This is Gaza, where militants come out of tunnels they built with tens of billions of dollars in your aid money, dressed as civilians to fire RPGs. So when they get killed, Hamas can report them as civilian deaths to be reported by the parent media. And so this is the video clip. that they show on this. Here it is. So there you go. There's a tunnel, and there's a civilian climbing out of that shelter. Oh, well, wait, what does that civilian have? Why does that civilian have a rocket launcher? Oh, they started firing on him. And then they ended him. So now that is what is known as a civilian casualty, according to Hamas. But no, yes, there are obviously many civilian casualties. And a part of it is Hamas doesn't like people leaving because they want the propaganda. And again, I don't say that the Israelis aren't doing propaganda too. But again, it's like, it's kind of like, the girl who got her head beat into the pavement, right? And we discovered that girl was starting shit with all kinds of people, and in fact she was suspended for fighting that day, and she went and attacked that girl and punched her. And so I think the girl just snapped. The honor student, by the way, the girl was an honor student, and don't be making fucking honor student jokes. The girl was an honor student, the large black girl, and the girl went over and punched her, and the girl finally snapped and beat her ass, hit her head in the ground a couple times, and then left her alone after she did it. She put her head in the ground, but you know what? Emotional reaction. And then the girl ended up, has some cracked skull and is brain damaged and whatever. And again, it's hard to say that you can blame the girl who finally snapped for beating her head into the ground, even though, they're contemplating charges against her. But don't start a war with someone who has vast fighting superiority to you. And that's kind of my whole take on this. Now, also, I want to show you, when you look at how the media is treating this now, and this is interesting because this is kind of like how they do Donald Trump too. But so there's a couple headlines from CNN. This is CNN. If you really look closely, you'll notice the difference in how CNN treats claims from Israel and from Hamas. Can you spot it? So we have our first headline here. Sorry, it was centered there. There we go. Israel alleges journalists held hostages in Gaza without providing evidence. Oh, they didn't provide evidence. By the way, one of the journalists who had been writing for some of the news from Hamas was actually also holding hostages at the same time. They've discovered, it's not even an alleging, they've discovered it, and he ended up dead in the tunnel. And then, so this is a headline about Israel, right? Israel alleges journalists held hostages in Gaza without providing evidence. But when Hamas reports something, well, yesterday marked Gaza's deadliest day in 6 months, Palestinian Health Ministry says. Oh, wait a minute. You mean they didn't allege it? Now, what is this? And what is this? What is this photo they sent with it, too? I mean, it's interesting how they, this photo of someone very sad, and this guy had a nice clean, this kid in a nice clean shirt, and they all look all clean and stuff, but he's comforting the sadness. Palestinians, more relatives killed in Israel bombardment. It's just interesting the difference between this headline and this headline. I mean, it's fascinating. I'm just saying. So then there's one other thing here. Let me see. I have one more. Let's see. Where is it? Did I put it separately? Oh, anyway, here's some of the news though, is that Israel airstrike claims 8 lives in Gaza. On June 10th, 2024, an Israeli airstrike targeting a residential house in Khan Yunis, Gaza, reportedly killed at least 8 Palestinians. This incident is part of an ongoing conflict and violence in the region. Various sources reporting significant casualties and injuries among Palestinians. The conflict has sparked widespread international attention and debate, right? Now, what surprises me is we have people like Brianna Wu, though, second-guessing some of the coverage of this. By the way, good morning, Selected Boy.
Yeah, boy.
And Cannibalistic Wizard. And real-time fat man. And those ain't real, dude. Nice to have y'all show up. So this is Brianna Wu. Now, you know, he, whatever you want to call it. She said, I had lunch a few weeks ago with a friend who grew up in Israel, and I remember thinking to myself, wow, she is aggressively dismissive of public opinion. But after the last 72 hours and seeing a heroic rescue of hostages turned into yet another round of Hamas are justified in committing any and all war crimes, the monster holding a woman captive and treating her as a slave for months is being transformed into the real victim. Not by strangers, but people I know and respect. Not really. Now I really understand why she ended up that way. No matter what Israel does, it is going to be twisted into a narrative that makes them look bad. It is Orwellian and sick and just weird. So it is weird. Like, so they apparently save these hostages. They recover these hostages, and some of the Hamas people who were holding them, people were like mourning the hostages or the hostage takers, not celebrating the return of the hostages. And it's just so weird. In fact, and Destiny too. So let me go back to this one. Crystal Ball, who's a reporter. So somebody named Omar Bada says, here's the clip that, anyway, to celebrate an operation that kills hundreds of Palestinians to save 4 Israelis is to openly say Palestinian lives are worth less than the Israeli ones. If Hamas killed 200 Israelis to rescue 4 Palestinians from Israel dungeons, our government would be condemning, not celebrating. Well, yeah, maybe not. But why were there hostages in the first place? Crystal Ball, who's a journalist, who I think she works for CNN now too. I don't know where she's working now. She used to be on the Hill. And isn't that a funny name, Crystal Ball? Anyway, Omar makes such a key point. If Hamas committed a bloody massacre of Israelis to rescue 4 Palestinians, it would be universally condemned, but Palestinian lives are considered so worthless by U.S. officials that they believe this bloodbath is not only acceptable, but worthy of celebration. Of course, the U.S. played a pivotal role in the operation, so the blood is directly on our hands too. Again, you have hostages and you're killing the hostage takers, but we're crying over the hostage takers. So Destiny, the debate guy from the internet, laughing my ass off. Imagine a scenario where hostages are taken, a war crime, from Israel during a terrorist attack, a war crime, and stored in civilian houses, a war crime, and rescued, which results in Palestinian deaths, has people condemning Israel. Make it make sense. Is she still with the Hill? She might be. I don't know. And so the fact that they had to rescue hostages at all makes you wonder. And so here's the raid. Here's news of the raid. On June 10th, an Israeli operation in Nusrat refugee camp in Gaza resulted in the rescue of 4 hostages held by Hamas. The operation led to the death of 274 Palestinians and left nearly 700 others wounded. The raid was part of a broader conflict involving hostages taken by Hamas and retaliatory actions by Israel, yada, yada. And then so this, I don't know, it says Israel, I don't think it's the official count of the state of Israel says. Now, again, if we'll give you the grain of salt if you want. If you want the grain of salt, take it. I don't care. Israel says we need to talk about the elephant in the room. Many Gazan civilians participated in killing, raping, and kidnapping Israelis on October 7th. It is also reported that Gazan civilians were paid by Hamas to hold hostages captive in their homes. War crime. Hamas is intentionally involving the civilian population of Gaza in its war crimes. The world must condemn this in the strongest terms. Now, again, that's the state of Israel. Take it with a grain of salt if you want, but you also got to take everything that comes from Hamas with a fucking pallet of salt licks. Every fucking time. because they're propaganda masters. Takia. Owen Jones, Hamas is guilty of grave war crimes, which I've condemned repeatedly. No, you haven't, Owen. You're lying. The war crimes, if your enemy does not allow you to commit war crimes, Hamas war crimes are not armed and backed by the West. Israel's war crimes are much, much deadlier. Again, do not start a conflict with someone who will whoop your ass. How about that? That's my take. So anyway, that gets you a little bit up to date on that. Let's see, what was my next one here? Oh, this is gonna make some of you wanna just kick me in my behind. The Olympics is trending. The Olympics. Now, what's more wholesome and nice than the Olympic Games? Well, there's a few reasons why it's trending, but the number one reason is your favorite topic on the Morning Night Live, and that would be Caitlin Clark. Oh, I just know how you all feel right now, me bringing up Caitlin Clark. But apparently, Caitlin Clark has been excluded from the U.S. Women's Olympic team, and there are people up in arms, and I as much as I appreciate Caitlin Clark and her talent and skills and everything, this time, I really don't care. Now, there's a lot of people who would not, but okay, let me just tell you, first of all, she probably should be on the Olympic team. Maybe should be on the Olympic team. You know, they did that with Christian Laettner with the Dream Team back in the Dream Team days. But maybe not. There's a lot of players, established players, that are probably more deserving than Caitlin Clark. Right? And also, look, it was funny. I've been thinking about it, and I'm trying to think. I've been on this earth for 6 decades now, as recently as 6 decades. And I watch the Olympics all the time. I love the Olympics, but I only watch certain things in the Olympics. I watch the big running events. Maybe I'll watch, like in the wintertime, if the Americans are playing, I'll watch hockey, but only if the Americans are playing. I like to watch gymnastics, both men and women's gymnastics. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I used to tumble when I was a cheerleader. And then I also, I like the basketball. I love watching the basketball, especially I've watched the basketball every year since 1972. I remember watching when the United States got screwed against the Russians. Okay, it was in Munich. That was 76, 72. It was 72 they got screwed, wherever it was. And they had the Americans won the game, and then on a last second shot, and then they said that, oh no, we're going to put X number of seconds on the shot after they've already said the game was over, and then they came back and the Russians won it, and everyone was pissed off, at least in the United States. But I've watched basketball every year, every Olympics since then. And I remember the 76 team. I remember back in the 80s. I remember, then they boycotted the 80 Olympics. And then they came back with the Dream Team, and I was like, oh, this is wild. So I love Olympic basketball, but I have to tell you something. In my entire life of my, the Olympics coming every 4 years, I maybe have watched 4 minutes of Olympics women's basketball. I just don't care. I don't know why. It just doesn't appeal to me because, well, maybe until recently, because, you see the scores and then the American women just wipe everybody off the court. It's no fun. There's no intrigue at all. But on the men's side, I'll watch Brazil play Greece. I'll watch other games because I love basketball. And it's fun to watch how basketball's developed in other parts of the world. I can't watch Olympic women's basketball. I don't know why. And so I would have watched it if Caitlin Clark was playing. Maybe I'd watch a game. But even then, I don't know if I would watch it. It's hard to watch for me. And not because it's women, because I'll go to a Lynx game every once in a while. Or I'll watch women's college basketball on TV once in a while. But It's not a habit. It's just not a habit. Anyway, it's a controversy that they left her off the Olympic team. So some people are mad about it, but Caitlin Clark is pretty stoked about it. Here's Caitlin Clark talking about being left off the Olympic team.
Caitlin, what was your reaction when you saw the USA team yesterday? The roster come out.
Oh, by the way, hold up. Let me stop.
For the girls that are-
Hold up. By the way, Caitlin Clark she's a not in the Olympics, obviously, but she's a medalist in the U.S. the World Championships. She's played in the younger team, so the U19, and I think they have U17 age. She's been a part of USA basketball for a long time. She's been their star in USA basketball, so it is kind of a snub to not have her on the Olympic team this round. But in a way, it's not either, because there's a lot of other worthy players. So let's go back to here's Caitlin Clark's answer about being left off the Olympic team.
The USA team yesterday, the roster come out.
Yeah, I think I'm excited for the girls that are on the team. I know it's the most competitive team in the world, and I know it could have gone either way of me being on the team, me not being on the team. So, I'm excited for them. I'm going to be rooting them on to win gold. I was a kid that grew up watching the Olympics, so it'll be fun to watch them.
What was your level of disappointment not hearing your name on the roster?
Honestly, no disappointment. I think it just gives you something to work for. That's a dream. Hopefully one day I can be there, and I think it's just a little more motivation. You remember that, and hopefully in 4 years, when 4 years comes back around, I can be there.
Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. There's more, but if you want to watch, you can watch yourself. It's too much time to talk about Caitlin Clark. But again, I bring this up because there's a lot of other people, and a lot of people at the right or whatever, that are mad that they left her off the Olympic team. Like Dave Portnoy has a rant about it. I'm not going to play it. Lots of people are mad about it. And I'm like, it's kind of like all these people complaining about the fouls and other stuff that's happened to Caitlin Clark in the WNBA. She's getting roughed up, whatever. You notice the only person who's not complaining about being off the Olympic team or not complaining about her getting fouled a lot in the WNBA, whatever. The only person not complaining about it is Caitlin Clark. She's just doing her thing and leave, whatever. So I'm in the whatever category on that. Another reason the Olympics is trending is there are people out there saying that we should, there's some people out there saying ban Israel from the Olympics in 2024. By the way, the Olympics are in Paris in 2024. It's going to be interesting to see how that goes. There's been a lot of protests in Paris over the many years. But there are people saying to ban Israel. Another interesting thing, too, is something the International Olympic Committee did, the IOC. And Riley Gaines brought this up. So the IOC is apparently banning the media from using a list of words like, here's a list of words that they don't want you to use: biological male, born male, sex change, because they're problematic, dehumanizing, and inaccurate. In fact, here's I don't know what this article this is from, but it says here, we'll show you the article. This is from the Daily Mail. And in a new 33-page document, the International Olympic Committee warned the media against using terms such as born male, born female, biologically female, which they claim is problematic language. The IOC also urges the press to avoid sex change, post-operative surgery, and transsexual. They said these phrases can be dehumanizing and inaccurate. Now, first, I'm curious how they could be inaccurate, but I digress. When describing transgender sports people and athletes with sex variations. Really? That's interesting. Now, the body has also provided alternatives for journalists to use in their reporting of transgender athletes. Well, first, I'm curious, why are there transgender athletes in the Olympics? Are they going to be participating in their natural category of male or female? Or are they going to be participating in a category that something they're not? I don't know. But they're giving you, they said in Paris, including girl, boy, woman, man, transgender girl, boy, transgender woman or man, and transgender person are the preferred ways to refer to them. Well, fuck me running. I can't believe it. Maybe we should tell the International Olympic Committee to fuck right off. So anyway, that's some craziness going on in the Olympics. That's another reason why it's trending. Real quick, thank you, JB. Another Hamilton. Or not, well, it's not a Hamilton. What is it? What's on the Canadian $10 bill? Is it another one of those Queen Elizabeth things? Did they ever take her off the $10 bill? In fact, let's look that up. Canadian $10 bill. Let's see what the Canadian $10 bill looks like. Again, $7.48 American. I keep saying that. I don't know. Who is this hoe? Is this Queen Elizabeth? Did I just call the woman on the Canadian $10 bill a hoe? I shouldn't have done that. Okay, okay, that ain't it. Oh, who is? Okay, can somebody tell me? Wait, right here. Let me put it in. Got to see it. Can somebody tell me who that woman is? Here, I'll see if I can fix it so you can see it better. Anyone know who that is? Who is that woman? The Canadian $10 note with this. Who is that lady? Mike Myers? Is that who it is? No. A moose with a bottle of Molson? No. Maybe a beaver? Well, sort of. Probably a loon or a moose. What's on the backside of the Canadian $10 bill? Wait, what's this? Is this a new? Wait. That's the reverse side. Someone looking through some binoculars and a couple people standing in line because Canadians are very polite. They will stand in line forever. A bottle of Crown Royal? No, Viola Desmond. Now, who is Viola Desmond? Can anyone tell me who that is? Thank you, Jaeger Pony. Thank you for my favorite Canadian for clearing up who this Viola Desmond is. Well, you know what? I got a better idea. Let's look up Viola Desmond. But first, let me thank JB first. What am I doing? I'm lost in the sauce here. JB dropped a 10 spot Canadian, says, just watch Griner get arrested for weed again. Oh, wouldn't that be special? I don't know if weed is illegal in Paris, although it's illegal to have weed on a flight anywhere in the world. But you can, unless you were, I don't know if you're an importer. But I don't know if weed's legal in Paris. Thank you again, JB. All right, so some trivia today. We're going to do some Canadian dollar trivia. Viola, if I can spell it. Viola, not Viola Davis, Desmond. Why are they asking? Okay, so I just put this up. She's a Canadian activist. Okay, she was an activist. Viola Desmond. So when you pull up Viola Desmond and it has the auto choices, the first auto choice is Viola Desmond quotes, and the second is Viola Desmond husband. So we want to make sure we know who she's making sandwiches for. Let's see here. Viola Desmond. She was a Canadian activist of what? Oh, a civil rights icon. Okay, I gotta learn who this is. She is a brown woman, a brown woman of more of color, like I'm of color than the Indians of either variety or the Mexicans are. She's more of a black woman, Viola Desmond. And she was an activist teaching kids about civil rights in Canada. Okay, cool. I would like to learn more about her. That's very interesting. And they have her on the Canadian $10 bill. And Viva Viola. All right, let's see. Where was I? Did Hamas already. Guys, the Olympics. We did the Olympics. Well, let's get into some political stuff now. We're done with Caitlin Clark. We're done with the Olympics. Let's get into some political stuff and kind of getting into the topic of the day, which, of course, we're almost at the end of the show. She got jailed for fighting white-only spaces. Well, more power to Viola Desmond. Cheers. Viola Desmond. Blackface Trudeau. No, it's not Blackface Trudeau on the $10 bill. All right. We'll take these last 15 minutes to talk about the main topic because it's mostly politicky stuff that we get to. Mike Pence is trending, and you can only... Gee, guess why? Why might Mike Pence be trending? It's shocker. Mike Pence has announced that he will not be voting for Trump, I guess. In fact, here's him saying this on Fox News that he's not going to vote for Trump. This is from March 15th. Oh, that's from March 15th. I don't give a shit about that. Why is that news now? Anyway, he's trending. Bitch, nobody gives a rat's about Pence, Ryan, or Miss Alabama Christie, California. Let's see. He's responding to Adam Kinzinger. Oh, yeah, yesterday, Mike Pence says he will not be voting for Trump. The people who know Donald Trump best knows he should never be president. Again, that's Luke Beasley. Fuck Luke Beasley. It's not a bad day for Trump that Mike Pence is not voting. Is anyone on the planet shocked that Mike Pence will not be voting for Trump? I don't care. Hey, you got the Nikki Haley vote, though, right? So anyway, other people are bringing up the fact, hey, isn't it indeed odd that Mike Pence is literally the only person in Trump's orbit that the FBI has not investigated? Now, why might that be? No, I'm not going to speculate. So anyway, that's enough about that. Also trending, Craigslist is trending, and this has to do with Trump too, because over the weekend, Donald Trump had a rally in Las Vegas, Nevada. Viva Las Vegas. I'm not going to sing the whole thing again. Had a rally. Hello, Aaron Meredith, by the way. Had a rally in Las Vegas, Nevada. And there was a lot of people there, but they always have estimates of the crowd. And, some of the Trump people are saying that there were 20,000 people there. It was 103 degrees, by the way, in Las Vegas. And a bunch of people came out. And someone here says Trump rally was so massive. Democrats are saying the attendees are Craigslist higher projection, but the Biden administration is so unpopular and pathetic. They're the ones who are actually paying influencers to support them cry more. So there's a rumor that people put ads on Craigslist to hire people to come out and come to this Trump rally in Las Vegas. Now, whether he had 3,000 or whether he had 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, doesn't really matter. He had a rally. There was a bunch of people there. They got the optics they wanted, and then they left. Okay? But people are saying that they were paying people to be there, which I'm having a hard time believing. But don't stop believing, because you never know. But also people are pointing out, who are laughing at Democrats for saying this, that Democrats do know all about using Craigslist to hire folks for rallies and protests. So they put an example here. Protesters needed downtown. We are Antifa, and we're willing to pay up to 1,000 people $25 an hour for protesters in Lincoln, Nebraska, and Omaha, Nebraska. Basically, we want to cause as much chaos and destruction as possible. We have a bail fund and legal counsel set up. This will take place every night through the BLM protest on June 13th. You'll be paid nightly and come and go as you please. We want chaos to help further our agenda. Now, I am very skeptical. That's on Facebook. I don't know why Ruth Buzzy is there. But there's people out here that are kind of questioning this whole idea that, they found this Craigslist ad. Where is it? Craigslist is where Democrats hire their protesters, voters, and crisis actors. So here, this is someone commenting on the idea that the Republicans were advertising on Craigslist for a Trump rally. I don't know if you need to hire Trump rally people on a Craigslist. They're pretty loyal, but anyway.
The left can praise George Floyd, a 9-time convicted criminal, and build a statue in his name, then I can vote for Donald Trump, the convicted felon. If the left can forgive Bill Clinton for cheating on his wife, then I can vote for Donald Trump, a convicted felon. If the left can forgive Cardi B for roofing men and stealing from them when she was a stripper, then I can vote for Donald Trump, a convicted felon. If the left can slap Hillary Clinton on the wrist for making up lies about Trump and Russia colluding, then I can vote for Donald Trump, the convicted felon. If E. Jean Carroll can go around saying grape is sexy, then I can vote for Donald Trump, the convicted felon. If Joe Biden can forgive student loans,
Okay, she goes on and on. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. So anyway, the controversy here, and this funny is Grok, the AI on X, if this will ever pop up, labeled the topic this way. If I can get to the top here. Trump rally in Vegas, paid crowds amid the heat wave. Because remember, Grok just takes whatever people say and puts it into a topic and then puts a little thing here. So this is, which I thought, I mean, I think it's kind of funny because it's not that that's the official thing. That's what's just all the Democrats are saying. Former President Donald Trump held a rally in Las Vegas on June 10th, 2024, which attracted attention due to allegations that he paid attendees to be there, supported by a Craigslist ad offering payment for attendance. The event also saw medical emergencies due to triple-digit heat, with 6 people hospitalized. The rally was marked by mixed reactions, blah, 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 blah. So, and if there's Marjorie Taylor Greene with the Hodge twins backstage. Apparently, the Hodge twins showed up. And then there's the requisite left and right both arguing over whether or not there were paid protesters. And obviously, the left posters are going to take out as much negatives they can, and the right are going to take out as much positive they can. So you get a panoramic view like this. When some people are saying there was less than 3,000 people here, well, I don't know. I'm gonna guess that this and some in the Trump camp saying there was 20,000 people. This is not 20,000 people, but it's probably more than 3,000
Cars
too.
are fine. They have a problem. They don't go far.
Notice this
cost a lot to buy, and they're all made in China. Other than that, I think they're wonderful, right? And I'm going to end that mandate.
When you look back, yes, this whole crowd is filled up. So it's probably, I don't know if it holds 20,000, but there are a lot of people there. Okay.
I met with the truckers over the weekend, and great Roger Penske is a trucker. He's also a great Indianapolis. He won it 20 times. Can you believe it? Think of how smart you have to be. Japan, Germany, all these nations, they spend billions and billions of dollars trying to win the Indianapolis 500.
That's positive.
And Roger Penske.
I'd say it's definitely not 20,000, but it's more than 3,000. It's probably somewhere in between. Well, it is somewhere in between that, okay? But who cares? If you get that many people come out when it's 103 degrees, you're doing pretty good, okay? Now, someone here says the president estimated crowd size of 20,000, but that was only those in Sunset Park venue. 1,000 more waited outside the park because the venue was absolutely packed. But then you have this Hal Sparks guy who's an anti-Trump person saying 3,000 max capacity at Sunset Park in Vegas. The entire area behind the press was empty. Trump said 20,000 showed up. People started leaving 5 minutes into the speech. Steady stream for the exits. Okay, that's, you can take pictures of people leaving at any time during the thing. And that doesn't even look like a steady stream. This looks like people going through just a part where it looks like everybody's leaving. If you look in the back, I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. But I do laugh at the idea that they're saying that that they paid people to be there. I don't think they paid people to be there. Now there's another thing that they've clipped out of here. Okay, they've clipped a line, a single line, and now I'm going to go back and listen to the whole speech. But they clipped a line where Donald Trump says, "I don't care about you. I just want your vote. I don't care." I'd like to know what the full context of this is. Here's the line that they are all clipping.
Because I don't want anybody going on me. We need every voter. I don't care about you. I just want your vote. I don't care. Because I don't want anybody going on me. We need every voter. I don't care about you. I just want your vote. I don't care.
Now, obviously, if you clip that, only the words there that he does, you can see that he's in tongue-in-cheek. Okay? obviously. And also, I'd like to know the full context because they cut that very 6 seconds. 6 seconds. A 6-second clip. And again, here's another one. Big Blue World. The Trump rally in Las Vegas, of which many were paid $75 through a Craigslist ad to sit through, shows an aimlessly rambling Trump trying to keep the crowd's attention and failing miserably. Many exited before the end of this snooze fest. Let's see what they clipped here. It may be boring because I'll pull the.
So if
you've seen a Trump rally speech, you've probably seen one. You've seen pretty much them all. But anyway, let's see what they clipped here.
So I said, let me ask you a question. And he said, nobody ever asked this question. And it must be because of MIT, my relationship to MIT. Very smart. He goes, I say, what would happen if the boat sank from its weight and you're in the boat and you have this tremendously powerful battery and the battery's now underwater and there's a shark that's approximately 10 yards over there. By the way, a lot of shark attacks lately. Do you notice that?
What the fuck's he talking about?
I watched some guys justifying it today. Well, they weren't really that angry. They bit off the young lady's leg because of the fact that they were not hungry, but they misunderstood who she was. These people are crazy. He said there's no problem with sharks. They just didn't really understand a young woman swimming now. It really got decimated, and other.
This sounds like one of my tangents.
So I said, so there's a shark 10 yards away from the boat, 10 yards, or here. Do I get electrocuted if the boat is sinking, water goes over the battery, the boat is sinking? Do I stay on top of the boat and get electrocuted, or do I jump over by the shark and not get electrocuted? Because I will tell you, he didn't know the answer. He said, you know, nobody's ever asked me that question. I said, I think it's a good question. I think there's a lot of
So anyway, they'll clip what they want you to see. And that 6 seconds of we don't care is obviously a tongue-in-cheek thing, but they sure pinpointed that. Here's another one. This is a pro-Trump clip. Let's see what he says here.
If we win Nevada, we win the whole thing.
Karen Hotep's in the house.
We win the whole thing.
Okay, so anyway, there's obviously mixed reactions to the Trump rally. But again, I always laugh at how they love to clip Trump's words out of context and into just the most uncharitable version of what he said. So when he was joking about the I just need your vote. I don't care. He was obviously talking about something else when he said, I don't care about you. I just want your vote, Anyway, and then the only other thing related to Trump is this. A lot of the lefties are enjoying the fact that Donald Trump's going to have to meet with a probation officer on Monday, but apparently it's going to be a virtual interview with a probation officer. Now, this is interesting, mainly because everyone in the planet that has followed the case in Manhattan knows that it's going to be immediately appealed. Now, everyone's waiting with bated breath for the is it June, late in June, when they're going to do the sentencing just before the Republican National Convention. But it's clear that it's going to be appealed. And most people will tell you that know anything about the law knows that is going to get turned over, right? Now, there's some, obviously, the Facebook posts, if you've heard about that, I think we talked about it Friday, claiming that one of the jurors' cousins was blabbing about knowing that they were going to convict could cause a problem. Did we talk about that Friday? I don't even know if we did. But anyway, here it is. Donald Trump is scheduled to undergo a virtual probation interview from his Mar-a-Lago residence, a crucial step before his sentencing in a New York criminal case. The interview, conducted by a New York City probation officer, will be attended by Trump's attorney, Todd Blanche. This follows Trump's conviction in the hush money case. The virtual nature of the interview and the presence of his attorney have sparked discussions and raised questions among the media and the public. So John Cooper, who's anti-Trump, lefty Democrat guy, says, some questions about Trump's probation interview today. Why is the interview being done virtually instead of in person? Why is Trump being allowed to have his attorney by his side during the interview? Why isn't Trump being drug tested? Why don't you join Elon Musk with a rocket to Uranus? I don't know, John. Maybe because this is the most unprecedented trial and conviction in the history of the United States of America. How about that, John? Maybe that's why. Maybe because there's a little bit something different between the former president of the United States and your sorry ass. I don't know, John. Rick Wilson, Lincoln Project. Up and going to my pre-sentencing meeting with my parole officer. Oh, wait, that's you, Donald Trump. Well, Donald Trump doesn't participate on X, so he probably didn't read that, Rick. You little runt of a... I was going to say some choice words. Katie Fang, she's been following this trial, and she's not a fan of Donald Trump either. In case you missed it, Donald Trump's pre-sentence investigation interview will take place tomorrow, Monday, today, via Zoom. For the interview, Trump will be located in his Florida home at Mar-a-Lago with his criminal defense attorney, Todd Blanche, at his side. And then there's an update. Donald Trump's PSI, pre-sentencing interview, today will take place via some kind of remote comms technology, not necessarily via Zoom. And the probation officer conducting his interview will be female. Okay, nobody cares. Maybe wait, it's not a black female? Oh, damn. Because that would just get everyone all riled up, wouldn't it now? So a lot of lefties are excited about Trump's interview today. So that's what's going to happen. That's going to be happening. That's what we'll have to hear more about as the day goes by. And that's all I'm going to talk about here. So thank you. Those of you who said good morning again. That was dumb. Thanks for all of you who joined me today on the Morning Night Live. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm glad the stream made it the whole way through. Did it? Uh-oh. Did this die? No. Why is the screen black on my YouTube? That's weird. No, it's still there. Okay, good. Anyway, I'm here Monday through Friday, 10 o'clock, roughly Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. And that's it. I don't have anything else to say. I'm glad those of you who made it today. Appreciate you. 34 people, 21 likes. Hit the like button. Share the stream afterwards. And 24 hours a day, PDogNight.live or YouTube, Super Chats during the show, Rumble Rants during the show, Venmo, Cash App. It's all in the description. Thank you for those who support the show via all of those means, meaning likes, shares, and Super Chats. Thank you. Gotta go. My name is P-Dog Night. And I'm out of here. One of these days, I'll change the snow outro. Here come the links. Hey, this is P-Dog Night. And thank you for watching today on the P-Dog Night channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cash App, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm P-Dog Night, and I'm out of here.